Guys, it's not under any circumstance just Facebook. It's every single platform that has a business model exclusively to sell advertisements, okay? Including YouTube, X, it's everywhere, okay? It's everywhere because advertisement agencies do not want to advertise next to someone saying something crazy, okay? Now listen, I'm all excited for the concept of it. I definitely hope that we can kind of get that brought over to YouTube slightly, so they don't monitor every single word that we use. We're gonna be honest here; it would be nice. All right, but let's see where this goes. You know, Zuckerberg says that the days of censorship are over. I'm down for that. Absolutely. Let's check it out. This is a suggestion via a channel member.
Donald Trump's blowout victory was also a big victory for free speech. Mark Zuckerberg says the days of censorship are over at Facebook. Meta will end its fact-checking program that silenced conservative voices, instead borrowing a page from Elon Musk and X-style community notes and rely on Facebook users to correct posts.
We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth. But the fact-checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created, especially in the US. So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system. It's gone too far.
President-elect Trump's thrilled by the news of Facebook standing up for free speech.
Guys, yeah, it's pretty obvious that there can be times where the person that is, like, say, fact-checking something could be just completely politically motivated to just say, this can't be a thing. Why can't it be a thing? Because I only look at things on CNN, for example. And if that's your life, then I can only imagine how you think every single thing out there is a lie, all right? If you do allow the people to be the judges in this instance, that would be a much better ecosystem.
I watched their news conference, and I thought it was a very good news conference. I think they've come a long way. Meta, Facebook, I think they've come a long way. I watched it. The man was very impressive.
Do you think he's directly responding to the threats that you have made to him in the past?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Meta is also improving ties with Trump by tapping his ally and UFC CEO Dana White to join its board. And Fox and Friends getting an exclusive interview with Meta's global affairs officer who praises Trump's commitment to free speech. Watch.
We've got a new administration and a new president coming in who are big defenders of free expression, and that makes a difference. When you have a U.S. president and administration that's pushing for censorship, it just makes it open season for other governments around the world that don't even have the protections of the First Amendment to really put pressure on U.S. companies.
All right, Dana, what do you think's going on here?
I think that I believe that this is Mark Zuckerberg getting back to his roots and what he actually really believes and not listening to people inside the company or on the board or whoever it was trying to push him into a different direction.
Listen, Mark Zuckerberg changes his stance on a lot of things pretty much based off of whoever is in office. All right, he's a businessman. He knows immediately. Guys, a couple of weeks ago, he went to Mar-a-Lago. Like, just be fully aware he's a businessman. He understands exactly what's going on. He saw how the left basically got obliterated in the polls. He knows now going forward that, maybe the left was wrong. Maybe the whole country isn't on their side. You get what I mean here, guys? You have to follow the majority when it comes to a gigantic corporation.
I think that he does believe in free speech and that they got so wrapped around the axle and they were really slow and timid to deal with Russian hacking. And then it just got to be entirely too much. And all they were doing was basically taking complaints all day long from COVID and trans and like whatever issue. And I think that now they're saying, okay, look, you can respect that Elon Musk has figured out that community notes works really well for X and that people want more free speech. Mark Zuckerberg certainly knows that Donald Trump won the election decisively. And I think this is the way for him to say, okay, I'm getting back to what I actually truly believe in, what I want to do. And plus, they want to be on the right side of where the country is going. Now, there's a little bit of people saying, well, Facebook or Meta has a big case in front of the government in April, and maybe that's why they're doing. I don't think so. I think that they were tired of getting all of.
Okay, wait a second. I didn't even know about that. Okay, so yeah, then yes. Yes, don't say you don't think so. That's very plausible.
These complaints, and that he wants to get back to doing this. They don't want to be all things to all people, and often corporate America is very timid, and Donald Trump is showing them that they don't have to be.
They follow the trends.
If Donald Trump had lost, Greg, and Kamala was president-elect, would Zuckerberg be doing that?
Absolutely not. And again,
No.
this is the Trump effect. Dana White is on the board. He's friends with Zuckerberg, but this never would have happened if it wasn't for Trump. And then you have a new version of Community Notes. It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Trump and Musk. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like there's, what do you call it, Harold? Animal spirits? Is that what you call it? It's
That's what I call it.
Yeah, it's in economics. And when animal spirits are high, people are more likely to be optimistic, spend, invest, make decisions. It comes from the Latin phrase, Jesse, the breath that awakens the human mind. And I feel like we're in a shared moment where a country as a whole, a shared moment, went from wanting to deciding. So you're seeing all these things happen, and it doesn't feel like a coincidence. I learned something. It took me 5-6 years to learn it, that the Trump effect is a two-way street. So what were supporters expected to do for Trump? As a supporter in 2015 and on, you had to defend and explain him. And it was a lot of work because the tweeting and stuff. But what did you get in return? What did you hope for return? This is the payoff, the reciprocity. He's the conduit for your wants, your desires. All that explaining and defending, you end up with the return. This is the return. You're seeing all these things happen. And then again, compare that to this cardboard corpse who's commuting terrorists and murderers.
Maybe you'll learn how to change a diaper faster than you learned about
I changed one last night.
Yay! Attaboy.
Yes, I did.
Congratulations.
I was shamed into it. I didn't say it was my baby's, though.
What happened?
You sicko.
Right.
All right. Go ahead, Rizal.
A little weird. It's a little weird, but do your thing.
Okay, well, I disagree a little bit with Dana. I think that...
How
You can't
dare
do that
you?
when you're just a
Wow.
guest.
Wow.
I'm not allowed to
This
do
is
that.
Who do you think you
I didn't-
are?
I
What do you
saw
think this is, Facebook?
I saw the rules and regulations. I thought there was a little room to do this. I just felt like Mark Zuckerberg needs to stay alive for the next 4 years. He didn't know what else to do. He went to Mar-a-Lago. He kissed the ring. He donated $1 million to the inauguration coming up. But listen, you cannot forget those moments with Dana White walking with Donald Trump into those wrestling events. It took your breath away to see everybody there cheering on Dana and Donald Trump. Mark Zuckerberg wants in. He's not a fool. He wants Meta to stay alive for the next 4 years. You don't know what the Trump effect could be.
Harold, do you?
Yeah, exactly. Like, listen, corporations have no feelings. Okay, they don't care. They care exclusively about how they can make more money. All right. And if they can potentially get back the people that Truth Social and Rumble and things like that have taken away from them, right, then they will do whatever is humanly possible to bring them back. That's it. That is it. There's nothing more than that, guys. Right? Please don't read too deeply. But the benefit is freedom of speech.
You dare disagree with Dana?
Rosanna's a brave woman. I think a couple things, but I think this is a long history of business leaders. When you have a new president or new leadership in Congress, I remember in '94 when Newt Gingrich and Republicans gained control of the majority. It was a long time coming, and there were business leaders that went to see him. And this is not unlike anything else. I think the tech community, which is the most dominant when you think about our stock market, they're not the biggest employers necessarily, but they are the drivers of so much growth and so much innovation. So it's not, it makes a whole lot of sense. I would differ on the Dana. I think Dana White is uniquely qualified. This was not I'm going to go on a limb here. Some people start talking about DEI over the last year. This is not a DJT appointee. This guy is qualified for this board for so many reasons, and he will be a great addition. Now, did he probably get a better look because Trump is president or additional look? Probably so.
Yeah.
Finally, I hope that the president, I watched the press conference today, and I was pleased with the $20 billion investment. There's been other investment announcements. I hope that cities and mayors and governors are thinking about how to position their hiring and budget and posturing in their cities to be able to attract some of this. But I do hope the president, the meta stuff is very important. There's no doubt about it. But prices, border, culture, that's why the president won. That's what people are looking for. And I hope that the president, again, once this next 13, 14 days go by, I hope he gets to that, because that's where the real sort of the engine will rev up a bit and the rubber will meet the road in terms of what people are expecting from him.
Wow, did you see that analogy? That's how it's done.
That's how it's done.
DJT, DEI. You got that?
Why do you hate white people?
I did not see that coming.
I have 3 at home.
Click here.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but in terms of like the prices of things going down, guys, we printed money. Like, we printed so much money. I am not sure we're ever going to see the prices that we saw before. And that's just not how economics work, right? We'd have to basically find a way to get rid of some of the money that we printed, but that's not a thing, right? So some of the things that we're experiencing right now, even though wages have not obviously kept up or anything like that, but some of the things we're experiencing now are just kind of how they are now. The new prices of things, unfortunately, and very sadly. But with the amount of money we printed and put into circulation, I just can't imagine things going back down. The dollar would have to be a lot stronger. Like, I mean, a lot stronger. But I just have no idea how that actually could happen. We'd have to basically burn the money, like how some crypto coins end up burning their coins. Like, we'd have to legitimately do that to our dollar in order for our dollar to become stronger. And then that means, things can go back down in price. But a lot of these corporations, unfortunately, they got so used to prices being so high, while everyone is basically complaining about the economy and how expensive things are, a lot of these corporations are making record profits, guys, consistently. How do you make record profits in an inflationary environment while saying things have to be this expensive? Are you sure? Record profits, guys? All right. So it would be nice, again, it would be really nice if we can get back down to reality in terms of the economy. I'm just not sure that actually could happen, guys. But I'm also glad for the concept of being able to say what you want to say. Would be nice. Obviously, it's going to be up to a certain extent, because if you do have a lot of individuals who are like specifically sensitive, let's say, to specific topics on your Facebook page, or if your page is public and things like that, there will be a lot of individuals who just do not want to hear what you're saying. And then that fact-checking thing will happen anyway, but by the people. Okay? So that's just the reality of the situation here. We are, in the United States of America, stuck in 2 separate camps. Okay? One camp believes everything that's happening here. Anything outside of that bubble does not make any sense. And it's literally the same thing on the other side. So how do you kind of bring both of these echo chambers kind of to the middle so conversations can be had in an intelligent and non-emotional manner? Because to be honest, both sides are going to be saying craziness about each other, like fixing things in the notes section. You get what I mean here? Because one side says one thing, other side says another thing. The truth is somewhere in the middle, to be honest, all the time. But I'm down for it. Please bring that over to YouTube so we can kind of be free to speak on things without getting our videos limited, because advertisement agencies do not want to hear us say specific things in video, guys. But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. The fact that you just made it to the end of the video says a whole lot, actually. We have a couple other channels. Mr. L. Boyd Music, Mr. L. Boyd Movie Reacts, along with Mr. L. Boyd Discusses, where I just generally speak about the things that specifically matter to me. But in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.